We sure called many, didn't we?
Yes, sir.
We called many.
Yes, sir.
But few are chosen.
That's
Talk like to me.
That's right.
Many are called, but the chosen are few.
Yes.
But for those of you who are looking for the crowd, to those of you who are looking for the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey circus, I would advise you to take into consideration that it's the few that are chosen.
Yes.
Everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
Now, we have some questions here that we're going to answer in short order. Farrakhan versus Elijah. The real nation of Islam. Who is the leader of the nation of Islam?
Yes.
Who was the leader of the nation of Islam? Everyone will tell you who believes Louis Farrakhan is that man, that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad was the leader of the nation of Islam. But that he chose Minister Farrakhan to lead said nation after his departure. This is absolutely ridiculous.
That's right.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
The most honorable Elijah Muhammad, in an interview in 1972, in February, and it was printed in the Muhammad Speaks newspaper, was asked by the white man, have you chosen a successor?
Yes, sir.
And the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, I do not do that.
That's right.
Then he followed that up with saying, listen well, I cannot do that.
That's right.
He said, if that were to be done, Allah would have to do that.
That's right.
Because I didn't choose myself.
Yes, sir.
Now, the cracker, and I hope you don't get upset because I called the white man the cracker. You know, some of us are so sensitive. You don't like to hear nobody talk about this cracker in the way that Eric Muhammad talks about the cracker. So the cracker asked the messenger again about this succession issue.
Yes, sir.
The messenger said, there is no need for a successor.
Yes, sir.
Then he said, there's nothing left for a successor to do.
That's right.
He said, when a man has brought you face to face with God,
That's right.
there is nothing left for a successor to teach.
Yes, sir.
Are you with me? Now you would think after that, the cracker would have left the messenger alone. But you know the white man is a rebel without a cause. Not a rebel without a cause. As the late Dr. King Khaled said, he's a rebel without a cause. He asked the messenger again. So the messenger said to him in no uncertain terms, he said, there will not be a successor.
That's right.
There is nothing left for a successor to do.
Yes, sir.
And the devil finally left the messenger alone.
Yes, sir.
But several months later, when I say several, I mean 5 months later in July, those who are followers of the so-called leader of the Nation of Islam, Minister Louis Farrakhan, they will tell you that the messenger said, and he did say these words,
Yes, sir.
of his national representative, Minister Farrakhan. He said, when you see him, look at him. When you hear him, listen to him. Where he tells you to go, go. Where he tells you to stay from, stay from. Are you with me? Then he went on to say some other words of praise about the man. He said, if he gets you across the river, he doesn't say, look what I have done, but look what Allah has done, because he's a very humble brother. And so the followers of Minister Louis Farrakhan, and I used to be one, will say that this represented the messengers anointing Minister Farrakhan with the leadership of the Nation of Islam. Okay, now just a moment. This was in 1972.
Yes.
Not 1975, when the messenger departed. This was 1972. And there is another part of that quote that I left out that is the crux of our subject today. The messenger said he goes out into the nooks and the crannies of the country where I cannot go, delivering the message. He said these words, his preaching is a bearing of witness to me, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad taught. He was his national representative, which so many of us believe means that he was his top minister in terms of rank. Are y'all listening? Minister is the top of rank. The only thing higher in rank than minister is messenger. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So there is no one minister who's higher in rank than another minister.